paradise. Your breed made a desert of it ages ago.
It still doesn't give me the why. A planet where apes evolved from men? There's got to be an answer.
Don't look for it, Taylor. You may not like what you find.
Planet of the Apes. 1968. How we doing, guys? Just a little adjustment tonight, and really quick, I'm going live. And if any of you are out there live, please chime in. A little bit about Worcester, a little bit about everything. So how you doing? It is January 28th, 1968. I'm only kidding. That's what Dr. Zayas said. He told me to say that. It's actually 2020. Anyway, Dr. Zayas is still in the future somewhere. So Cities and Suburbs video 128, 2020. Hello, Worcester. Weather. We are lucky. We are fortunate. I'm sorry. Watch you sit. I know you guys are hurting. That happened a few years ago, the ski resorts. And I hate skiing. I hate being in the cold. Well, I can't say I hate skiing, but I just don't like being cold, so that's why I don't ski. I'm sure skiing is really good for, hey, guy, how you doing, man? Good to see you guys tonight. All right, here we go. We got some activity. All right. But yeah, just saying. I'm going to chop the feedback back a little bit. And, but yeah, the weather has been great. Sports, well, there's a big game coming up this Sunday with the Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs have not been in the big game for 50 years. And actually, I've been listening to a lot of Kansas City radio. Not Kansas City, Kansas, but Kansas City, Missouri. And, iHeartRadio is awesome. It's just great. You can get so many stations around, but they are psyched. So I'm going with the AFC. I'm going with the Chiefs on this one. It's going to be close. But I think if, Kansas City can discipline itself, particularly in the first, couple of quarters, really need to be disciplined with both sides of the ball. So anyway, so Worcester retail closings. You guys, I got to tell you, man, they're just happening again. So Worcester Business Journal, what we have tonight is Natick Papyrus. They are a kind of like a Hallmark store. And they are in the Natick Mall. They are closing. Greeting cards and stationery. Again, the brick and mortar. It's all Amazon's fault, though. It's all Amazon's fault that all your stores were boring and uninnovative, rather. Closing 10 Massachusetts locations. I've never heard of these folks, but and they're all part of the Tennessee-based chain, which is part of the Shoreman Retail Group. Remember I said a couple of casts ago that money never goes away. Stores close. They close, but the money just keeps changing hands, keeps rolling along. But we have store closings, AC Moore. And I think these are all under that umbrella of the Shoreman Retail Group. AC Moore, Lincoln Plaza in Worcester, Shoppers World in Framingham. That's a blow to the ego and the people in the Framingham area. Crossroads Shopping Center in Bellingham. Olympia Sports in the Auburn Mall, we talked about that. They're talking with the dodo bird right now, but, are we surprised? Are you surprised? And I'm going to put a poll question up tonight on this video, whether you're actually really surprised that, malls, retail, is gone over to the web. Now, I do have to say that Amazon, um, you know, as far as what is the quality of the product that you want. So when I buy things, I like to touch them physically. But when it comes to DVDs and things that I know that I can actually trust without having to wear them or whatever. Um, but I have to say that Amazon and eBay and they have their flaws and everything like that, but they are not putting these stores out of business. Sears done. Sears had a pick my bones sale a few weeks ago where they were selling everything: the shelves, the benches, whatever was for sale. People were coming in and buying. So it's kind of like you see in some of these wild animal shows and National Geographic, and we've got this, and I hate to be so graphic, but this big carcass, and there's nothing but vultures and scavengers pulling it apart, and that's Americans retail, but we have to accept that too. That's just the changing of the economy. So those are the retail closings. Worcester is about to embark on opening the Worcester market. I don't know if you folks are familiar with the Worcester market, and but that is opening on. Let me check this, and this is from the Worcester Business Journal. A great paper, by the way. The Worcester Public Market is planning to open on February 6th. And you can look at this, a beautiful building going on right down in Kelly Square. By the way, Tabletop Pie moved out of the Kelly Square district. They are building a major innovative plant in Maine South. So we'll see, again, the effect of the money in that sector when they're trying to redevelop that sector, Kelly Square, and major employer. I don't know how many folks, and maybe you guys can glean in tonight on how many folks actually, how many people Tabletop Pie employ, but they do. And you work your ass off when you work for them, believe me. Manufacturing is manufacturing. Worcester Public Market is planning to open on February 6th. But Chusett Brewing Company is going to be located in there. Worcester Wares. It's going to be, well, let's see what we say here, which opened. The tenants will join in one already operating Worcester Wares, which opened a second location in the Worcester Public Market. So it's a destination point, folks. Okay? The Worcester Market. You can go look on that. It's a beautiful building. I'm going to share some pictures of that on the website. But the Worcester Public Market, and again, accessibility, walkability. We're trying to make Worcester walkable. Let's make Worcester walkable again. But the Woo is going to be opening. We're actually going to have duck trolley, vehicles through the high points of the weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, on an app. Go here, go here. They're going to pick you up, no charge. They're going to take you to all these destination points. It's not a for-profit, and I mentioned this before, but it kind of scares me when you're not making any money. How are you going to sustain it? We could talk about that another time. But then again, let's see how Worcester is actually doing in terms of economics, okay? When you look at the inner city of Worcester, this is from Data USA. Data USA, okay? More around the core of downtown Worcester. The median household income is $23,500, okay? And it does have a margin of error. But when we get up to the west side, we're going up to 90,000. We're going up to 70,000. We're going up to, let's see, let's check the deep blue here. We're looking at about 95K. So there is a economic disparity right now between the downtown district. It may never be affluent, and maybe that's just the way America is right now. There is a flight back to the inner cities, but who has that money? Where we want philanthropic people to move back to our inner cities. I get that, but Worcester is really still under. Is really right now we are at a 21.8 poverty rate, and let me just break that down for you. Median household income in Worcester is $45,869. We are well below the Massachusetts average and well above the national average. Just saying. And tonight, does China have a homeless problem? You're damn right it does. And we are not the only country on the planet struggling with homelessness. We track it. I mean, in some countries, people are homeless and they don't track that at all. And that. We follow this data. And I only bring that up only because, homelessness is a public health problem worldwide. We have these viruses coming in from other countries. Viruses really only start because of a type of activity or behavior that incubates a certain type of situation or germ. And we just can't have that. We're not ready for that here. But that could happen. So homelessness, San Francisco, LA, we have a problem here too, people. I'm surprised there is, we're talking about this coronavirus coming out of China, Wuhan. As a drummer, I buy my cymbals from Wuhan too. Not lately though. I'm good with cymbals. But I'm surprised that we haven't had some kind of epidemic through our country based on LA, San Francisco. Boston has a terrible homeless problem. I think it ranks 6th in the United States as far as homelessness. So your bigger cities, but when people live on the streets, of course, there's defecation, there's sanitary conditions that there is no DPW, Department of Public Works, or there's no municipality that prepares their budget for that. I mean, there's some, but you can't. How do you prepare your budget for taking care of folks, who do not have a postal address, if you will? So what's coming in from China, like they said on the news tonight, chill, don't worry about it. Well, be concerned, but don't worry. Worry about, washing your hands. All right, that's why we catch colds a lot. So you're most likely to catch a cold. But homelessness in China is a significant issue. There are roughly, I would say, looking at this old data, I'm going to say probably about 3 million people in China. Well, that's nothing of a country of 1 billion, I get it. But it's proportionate to what we have for a country of about 360 million. And homelessness, homeless adults, perhaps maybe 250,000 homeless children. All right, so I only bring this up because we talk in this country, in our cities, that this is just our problem. It's what we're doing. No, there's a homeless problem everywhere. And maybe let's look at the World Health Organization is my next stop on this issue, you guys. But it's not just it's a human crisis, of course it is, but it's also a public health crisis. And you don't think about that when people are homeless, right? We don't think about that. Well, get a job, do this, do that. Well, they haven't bathed. They're losing their teeth, no access to good health care. That is what the public health crisis is. So anyway, guys, I am going to ditch out on you. I know. I love you guys too. And thanks for tuning in. And again, going live here on YouTube. I'm not too much on Facebook anymore, but hope you enjoyed the vid. I'm going to post that on Cities and Suburbs. And, and just think too, we do have our challenges, and I don't want to get too preachy. But, at the end of the day, I always say, we only have so many spins around this big globe that we're on, all right? So let's try to make the ride pleasant for yourself, of course, and try to do a little bit of social justice on your way, too. All right, guys? Take care.